Welcome to Seat Time, guys. So we're going to be interviewing the Green Boys. We got Dalton and Dylan. They sound a lot goofier than they are. Actually, they look way goofier than their names are. Dalton and Dylan Green are fairly normal names, but these guys are not normal kids. They're dirt bike racers out of Texas. They've been going to some of the GNCCs lately. They've been trying to get out, get their names known a little bit more, having fun. So we decided, what the heck? Let's have a little conversation with them. Dalton and Dylan Green, how are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing good.
Fantastic.
Yep. Just chilling. Dylan went to the GNCC, and I made sure that Mom had a good Mother's Day.
Nice. Somebody's got to take care of Mom. So are you guys just hanging out in the Maxima room right now?
That's what we're doing right now, just chilling. It's been a long day. Been washing bikes from last GNCC. It got a little muddy, but got everything done tonight.
Nice. Well, okay. You said it got a little bit of muddy. Tell me about, well, you know what? We can skip the racing for a little bit. Let's talk about Mother's Day. Dalton, what did you do for your mom on her Mother's Day?
Okay, so after my daily chores, because that's a given, I took her to Macaroni Grill, and we went and saw a movie.
What movie was it?
Think Like a Man.
Think Like a Man. I have no idea. Is that like a girly movie or what?
No. I mean, I kind of thought it'd be like that, but it's actually really funny. You need to see it.
Okay.
It's got Kevin Hart in it. It's good.
I don't know who that is, but I'm gonna go with it.
He's a stand-up comedian.
Oh,
Just not with the times.
No, I apparently not. I did trim my mustache, though. What do you think of that?
Okay, fair enough.
That's not with the times at all, actually.
Yeah. No, but it was good, and then she had a good day, but she had to work wait. She worked a couple hours after we got home, and then we watched another movie. We watched what was it? Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Ooh, wait, the newer one or the older Swedish ones?
No, not the Swedish one, the newer one.
Okay, the Swedish ones are really good too, but yeah, the new one's like, whoa.
Yeah.
If you're catching on here, my mom's a movie buff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you got that.
That's okay. I'm just glad to hear that you guys are taking care of your mothers. It's very important. She obviously is.
Dalton.
What's that?
Dalton's taking care of mothers.
I was a terrible kid, and I called her. That's my game.
You called her from the line. You're like, Mom, I'm gonna go race dirt bikes. Love you.
That's what we did.
Initially, yeah.
That's okay. That's fun. All right, so we got Mother's Day out of the way. That's very good. Dalton, good job for taking care of your mother. Dylan, tell us about the GNCC, this one in particular, and then we'll go into a couple more questions about some of the other ones that you've done.
All right. This GNCC was held at what was it called? What's the state called?
Indiana. It was in Indy.
It reminds me of Indiana Jones.
Anyways, sponsored by Dunlop.
Yes, this was a new track actually. They did not use it last year, so everybody was kind of eager to see how it was like. It was kind of sprinkly in the morning when we got there. It sprinkled just for about 10 minutes, and we heard there was a lot of roots and rocks out on the track, so everybody was kind of like spectacle on whether to change suspension or tires or something. And remember, GNCC, you get no practice. You show up Saturday, you just chill, maybe walk the track a few miles, but then you just go back to your hotel, show up Sunday morning. I race at 10, and you just go all out when you get going. And so first lap, it was very slippery, actually. The woods, like, it was riding on glass almost. It was open, but I had a good spill in the first lap, almost to I made a whole lap, and right before I got to the checkpoint, came into a corner and I just lost it. I did not even see this, how shiny it was, and they just slapped me down. But
Were you
the track
leading at the time?
Huh?
Were you leading at the time?
No, I was not. I was currently 7th. Remember, it's dead engine and 4-strokes aren't great.
You'll see it start on the GoPro. Yeah. It's a fail.
It's an epic fail, but I got up pretty good. I got through everybody pretty good up to 7th, and then from there I just actually started passing people from there. I never really went back, and I had fun. The track actually got better as the day went on. The sun was out. It was perfect 70s outside. And there was a lot of actually grass tracks where I could put passes on people, and the woods actually got a little tackier, and there's a ton of rocks and a lot of roots, but the track was really fun, and everybody was kind of hoping they'd come back to it next year.
Nice. Yeah, that was actually a question I was going to ask, is if you thought it would be something they would come back to next year, because, you know, being a new event, people don't really know how they like the track, how they liked how it went on, and things like that. So you think it would be a good event, a good venue for another year?
Yes, it would. Parking was really small, and a lot of the tracks are based on parking. If they can park over 1,000 people, and it was a little tight in there, granted. But on the track, if they had to come back, it would not be a problem for them to come back to the track.
If y'all weren't so young, I would have a really good comment about what you just said, but I'm not gonna say it. So anybody that knows what I was gonna say, you're welcome. Okay, so one of the things that did happen though this past weekend while they were at the GNCC, Dalton was there, is we went to pole position and I got completely smoked. Yes, smoked. I got handed to me by freaking everybody else that was there. I think apparently you're not supposed to use the brake, whatever. But Dalton, what did you think about pole position? Did you have a good time?
Yes. Okay, I've never been to pole position, and I know they have a ton of locations. So we went to the Frisco one, and it was really awesome. I mean, I've been to a lot of car places where you just stick on the gas and you hold it on the rest of the lap, and then you just steer. You cannot do that here. This is real racing, and you really got to focus on the lines, how you handle the brake and gas, like you were talking about, and then really what we found out since we were racing for fastest lap time is you want to be by yourself, where you couldn't do that all the time, especially with 12 guys on the track.
Yes. Yeah, I thought it was really cool the way that they even let us on that last one actually hit like the top speed on the karts for a little bit. I mean, we kept screwing it up for ourselves because of the fact we could not rub each other a little bit while we were out there on the track. I mean, definitely for sure we were trying to take some paint off. But that was really fun. So that was for Chris Story's birthday, and I had a little bit of tequila shots before we went. I'm not gonna lie.
A few people did. A few.
Do not follow what he does when he drives.
Yeah.
That's okay. Dalton drove me to the track, and I had
safety first, kids.
Oh my god.
Safety first.
We were good. It was totally fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
I heard Matt Crouch. He talks a lot of smack. Like, he said he was good, and his dad says he's a good kart racer.
He did. Yeah, he got the first two races. He got the fastest lap time. So I mean, granted, they're electrical karts. It's inside. It's everybody's first time, and we all got significantly faster. But he did get the fastest lap time on the first two laps, or the first two races. So call that what it is.
Who got the fast one on the third? I turned the fastest on the third, 24.6.
Well, I did not. I did not get last, so that's good.
They forgot to tell you the computer's messed up on the.
Oh yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks.
What was your nickname at the racetrack? I forgot.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, it was Little Boozy.
Little Boozy.
In his because he got the verdict was non-guilty on his murder case. So
that's good. I'm really happy for him.
Yeah. Yeah, free Boozy. Guys out there, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I have no idea, so I'm just gonna go with it.
Yeah, great guy.
Real swell.
Yeah.
Sounds like it. All right, so coming up, Dalton and Dylan, are you guys gonna both try to make it to some GNCCs, or are you guys gonna? Is it just gonna be Dylan with the dad for a little bit? What's the plan moving forward for racing?
Go ahead.
The thing with Dalton is if he can hit it because of school, college is kind of his main thing, and that's what we really want him to focus on. So it's not really that he doesn't want to go. He's been to one, and
we'll go into that.
Yeah, you can tell him about that one. But college is really kind of separating what he does and outside of school and stuff. And usually when I go, he's got a ton of homework, and I hook up with some other families. I usually hook up with the Needhams, Allie and Dave and Tammy, and we are carpool up there. We split gas prices and stuff, so it's not so costly on the families. Allie recently broke her wrist, so I've been hooking up with the Crouches, Ashley and Tracy Crouch, and so we roll up there in a van and with a trailer, and we just go from there. Nice. And Dalton hooked up one time with us.
Yeah, me and Dylan, the second GNCC, the general.
Georgia.
Yeah, we raced there in the same class. And as it turned out, we literally rode almost the entire race together, like just rolling through guys.
Let me.
Yeah. Get to the good part, because
coming into this race, Dalton had a recent crash right before Georgia at a torn race and messed up his shoulder pretty well, and it's been hurting him. Going into Georgia, my dad didn't really want Dalton to push that hard because we didn't know the severity of how the wreck and what it did to his shoulder. Coming back to, we rode all the race together, there was a little G out, and it had a lot of ruts in it, and Dalton was right in front of me, and I kind of got a little side cross-roaded in it, and it caught my foot back in. When you go back and your hand doesn't let off the throttle, it kind of makes more throttle.
Yeah,
and so
Doug Henry.
And
Whiskey
so
throttle.
and so I noticed that I was going over Dalton, and just Dalton said he saw my body before my bike, and guess what? I landed right on his right shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh.
And yes, he did stop and yell at me right in front of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can
And
kind
then
of
I kept
picture it too.
Yeah, and the guy that was standing right there, he actually asked, "Are you brothers?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
You guys
So-
scream at each other like brothers, I guess.
Yeah. So after that, after Dylan's psychotic jumping on my brother, so we kept going through the race, and I eventually got stuck, and he went on to capture third, and I got like top 20. But that was the last time that I rode GNCC, and we do plan on doing most of the summer the summer rounds. Like I'll be going to all those, and then possibly the ones in the beginning of the school year. Probably not the ones later, like getting into the like mid-semester,
Right.
because I'll probably have a ton of work to do.
Yeah, my dad and me are planning to hit all of them if we can. I've hit all of them so far, and we don't want him to miss any because it's all for experience, not really to win a championship or anything, because I don't see that happening.
Yeah, and you're
Because you won't.
Yeah, I'm in Sportsman A, which is it's all the pros that don't want to race a 3-hour race. That's where they go.
Yeah.
And the average amount of riders on the line is around 50 to 60 riders. And they're all really fast. And the guy that actually won, Indiana, is 16, and he has a Enduro National A championship. And
Whoa.
so I was just like, okay. I was like, you can go ahead. I won't give you any hard times.
Yeah.
Either
So
that,
that-
or you just need to go out and race in National Enduro and get your own A title.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew really showed that. I know Drew's going to watch this, so
Yeah.
yes, Drew, the Enduro's worked out for you.
Yeah.
Drew raced actually at Kentucky, which it was a new track for them too. And that one was, they just said, hey, let's put as many rocks as we can in there, and let's see how they do it. Let's see how they go. Drew actually had fun.
Yeah.
If you're not getting this, he had fun.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Oh, I love that stuff. When it gets technical, man, that's where I actually like it. I mean, it's harder and you don't go as fast, but I think I kind of like it when it slows down and you get a little bit more mental out of it. So,
And we understand that, but you're talking to a professional dirt track kid.
Yeah, we
So-
learned how to ride turns
on the
without
flat.
arms.
On the
yeah.
flat. That's it. We go fast.
Hey, go up this rock.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we understand all that, and basically our agenda for the year is we want to try to hit all the GNCCs and then every other local race that happens really in North Texas, TCRAs, Torns, Toros, things like that, and we'll be hitting the Buffalo Creek TCCRA this weekend.
ooh, that's cool to hear. I should be out there too on Saturday, hopefully for practice. Everything's going smoothly except for actually having a pipe on my bike. Saturday night, I left it in Brian Story's truck. So,
Hey, your bike's gonna be a little louder, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
We don't look you are.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
a bit-
there's Brian.
It's a little louder and have absolutely no power whatsoever. But, you know, it happens. I'm slow regardless, so I don't need a pipe to tell me that. So that's
Yeah.
fine. I don't know. Well, so you said flat track, though. That's your dad, Randy Green, who taught you guys all that. So give us a little bit of background with him and his flat track career.
Okay, well, he started riding motorcycles at really young age, just like anyone does, up in Washington State. And so that's all he did for a long, long time, and he decided kind of young age that that's what he wanted to do. His parents were all behind it. Took him to races Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every week. And so that's all he did, and worked his way through the ranks to become pro AMA pro number holder. He took Jim Rice's 24, and he raced couple years of, well, I don't know how many years because we haven't talked about it in a long time.
He started pro at 17, which was
Yeah.
the age back then, and that's when he got the license to turn pro.
Nice.
Yep. So he did the dirt track in California, mainly on the West Coast. He did some in the Astrodome where his best finish came in a third, and he was actually in first that entire race. He almost got his first national win there, but it just didn't pan out. He rode for American Honda at the time with the tuner Carl Bloomfeld, which is like our grandpa now. He's always in town.
Which is actually wrenching for a guy right now that is doing the GP circuit, AJ.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So after those years of dirt track, I know he likes to jump ahead. Okay, so after those years of dirt track, Dad went over to Europe to race Speedway. And so they were over there for over 5 or 6 years and raced in all over Europe. In what Dylan's talking about, the FIM GP, Speedway Grand Prix series,
right? And
had some success over there. And
nice.
Actually ended up, he was recorded third best in the world.
Yeah. So
with all the stats that he did, so
that's pretty solid.
Yeah. So then after that, I retired, and
here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah. Popped out 2 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the big thing with him on teaching us, it's good to have your dad a GP racer because his thing is all about starts and turns. So when we were kids, all we did in the backyard was turns and just starting, and so it's good to have that for your background. And when we go out to Torn and it's all dry slick and everybody everybody kind of complains, we look at it as that's what we grew up on. We're happy. It's like no berms or nothing. And my dad's like, you don't get the whole shot and win, you're done. And we're like, okay.
You're out of the family.
No, yeah, exactly. You disgrace what I grew up doing.
Yeah, and so like Grandview this year at the very first Torn race, and it was like all flat turns, we just quietly smiled and nodded. Like, this is great. So
it was
like
fantastic.
to hear it.
I mean, when it comes down to it, we like to ride, and whether it be technical, motocross, off-road, that's what we like to do. We like to ride.
You guys gonna scrub it and high five in the air?
Yep, that's what we do. Scrub. Yep. At our next photo shoot, we'll do that for you.
I like it, the Greens photo shoot. Awesome. Well, cool, guys. I really appreciate y'all sitting down at the computer. I know it's a little last minute, but honestly, sometimes that's where we can come up with some of the best entertainment value. So where are you guys at on the internet? Y'all on the Instagrams or the Facebooks or Twitters or anything for everybody to follow you guys?
Instagram and Facebook. He's got
the name. Give the name, D.
For Instagram, it's lowercase d Green 47, and then Facebook Dylan Green.
Yep, Facebook Dalton Green, Instagram Big D for Texas, and then Twitter at Dalton Green 24.
Tweet the Deets.
Tweet the Deets.
Tweet the Deets. We could tweet the Greens here. This could be a whole nother side of Seat Time we didn't even know that we should have tapped into. This would be pretty awesome. Seat Time is on seattime.co. That is the URL for all of the shenanigans that go on. We have our weekly Seat Time show, and as well lots of other fun stuff there. And as well facebook.com/seattime. And we're on the Twitter. We like to tweet out the tweets to everybody. Seat Time, what is it? At @seattime_co. I've really been screwing these up a lot lately. I've got to get back on the bandwagon of being a lot better at the finishes here. Maybe that's why I've got a kid on the way. I already got really good at finishing, and that's it. I got my one bout. Oh my gosh!
Hear about that,
Daddy Woody?
Yeah. Oh no.
I believe me. I'm freaked out as well. That's why I started growing the mustache, but not really. I mean, we'll just come up with lots of excuses. All right, guys. Thank you very much for jumping on. Remember, always enjoy a pint full of awesome, and we're going to see you guys at the races, right?
Yeah, sir.
For sure.
Love it.
Sir.
Peace, kids.
All right. See ya.